Hey, what's up, everybody? Big Mike back again for Wrestling Rants and Reviews and yet another episode of the WTF. That's right, it doesn't stand for what the fuck. Even though there may be something in the news this week that makes you say that, but it stands for the weekly top five. That's right, top five news stories that I think are worthy to be noted on again at the end of the week. And they will go as follows after this little bit of information. This little bit of information goes out for this day in wrestling history. Some of you may have noticed that I didn't do this day in wrestling history for today. It's because there was only three little things that happened today. That's it. Three little title changes. So I didn't make a whole video on it. I thought I'd just slip it into another video that I made. So I'm going to slip it in right now. This day in wrestling history goes as follows for July the 30th. Kentaro Oki and Michiaki Yoshimura defeat Klondike Bill and Skull Murphy to win the JWA All-Asia Tag Team titles. 1987, Mighty Inui and Takashi Ishikawa defeat Masanobu Kajirisu and Isama Terka, whatever his fucking name is, in the final tournament to win All Japan Pro Wrestling All-Asia Tag Team titles. And in 2001 on Raw, Booker T defeats Kurt Angle to win the WCW World title. Also, X-Pac defeats Billy Kidman to unify the WCW Cruiserweight title and the WWF Light Heavyweight title. And that's it. That's all for this day in wrestling history. Moving on, finally, the reason why we're here, the WTF, the weekly top five. And we're going to start off with number 5. TNA signs reality TV star Jesse Goddard from Big Brother. He had been in season 10 and 11. And after season 11, he has been training to become a professional wrestler. And I guess he's been doing so at the Team 3D dojo. And TNA has decided to sign him. And they're going to keep him in the dojo for a while, give him some more in-ring action and some more training. But I think this is a bad idea. TNA's always trying to get that movie star into the wrestling role. It's fucking retarded. You know, they've tried with Dana Maraska from Survivor, Johnny Fairplay from Survivor, two Jersey Shore broads, JWoww and Angelina. Who else? Adam Pac-Man Jones. I guess he's not a movie star, but football. You know, they did it with baseball. You know, Curtis Granderson and fucking AJ Przinsky. Stay away from that, TNA. I know you're trying to get the cheap publicity, but do it the better way. You know, do it the better way. So, TNA star, or TNA signs reality star Jesse Goddard. Also moving on, JR returns to Raw. That's right, we got JR returning to Raw this past Monday. It was kind of a surprise. I really didn't expect to see him back. I guess it's newsworthy to say. You know, we're going to change the face of Raw a little bit again. We have a 3-man announce team, as far as I know, as far as I understand so far. And hopefully it turns out all right. You know, I hope it just doesn't become a bickering fest back and forth. You know, they already don't call matches like they used to. They just keep telling stories and plugging matches. And now they could just, you know, JR and Michael Cole just have reason to fight on air. But hopefully it becomes better. Kings of Wrestling, the WWE, number 3. Moving down to number 3. Nothing's been solidified in stone yet, but it keeps sounding like it's a done deal. It's a done deal. Kings of Wrestling, Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli will be for sure going to WWE, which sucks for ROH. It really does. I feel bad for ROH losing a tag team with such credibility, or 2 single superstars with such ability and credibility. It really sucks, but it's good for WWE as long as they use them properly. And apparently they'll be finishing their obligations with ROH, which is the August 13th TV tapings in Chicago Ridge. So, and apparently Kings of Wrestling aren't going to go to Florida. They're going to go right to the main roster. So we'll have to see what happens there. It should be interesting. Are they going to play a part of CM Punk's role, or are they just going to get into the tag team division? We'll have to see. We'll have to see there. 2 new champs on Raw for number 2. This week's number 2 is two new champs on Raw. We start Monday Night Raw with The Miz versus Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is over on The Miz, becomes your new WWE champion for the first time, but we get told that he's going to fight John Cena in the main event later on that night, and John Cena wins. Surprise, surprise. So we got 2 new champs on Raw, but this would lead into number one newsworthy bit of news here, I guess, this week is Punk returns to Monday Night Raw. As John Cena celebrating his win over Rey Mysterio, we hear a new song that some Cult of Personality hit by Living Color. And some of us recognize it, some people don't. But it was from Summer of Punk, when Punk was in ROH before he left for WWE. And it just fits. And it was kind of a surprise to see CM Punk. And then again, no, it wasn't. But yeah, CM Punk returns to Raw after a week or so absence. I wish they would have went another week or so, anyways, with it. But I guess they want to rush it so they can get things set up for SummerSlam. And I believe it's going to be a unification title match. And we'll have to see what's going on. Everybody's anticipating SummerSlam just as much as they were Money in the Bank. And hopefully WWE can keep delivering with these pay-per-views with the high anticipation. Was it me, though, when CM Punk made his return? Did it seem like he didn't get the cheers that he was getting before he left? I don't know. But yeah. But anyways, folks, that's your weekly top 5. I'm Big Mike. This is Wrestling Rants Reviews. And that's that.